permutation and combination. Now this is the way I'm going to start the video. Now there is one question. For example, firstly I want to tell you how will you find out the permutation of any number. For example, we have to find permutation for 5p3. The formula for the permutation is NPR, which is equals to factorial n over n minus r factorial. Okay. So if we have to evaluate 5p3, then we have to solve factorial 5 over 5 minus 3 factorial. Okay. Now when we got factorial 5 over factorial 2. What is the meaning of this factorial? How will we write it? We can write it as it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. In the reverse order from starting from that number. Okay. And here we get 2 into 1. Both of them are cancelled and we left over with 5 4s are 23s are 60. So this is the overall answer of the permutation. Now I am going to take some more questions on the permutation. For example, if we have a question find out the number of ways, number of arrangements by which we can arrange the word random. Okay. How many permutations are possible with these numbers? Okay. Now here in this case, we see that none of the numbers, none of the alphabets are repeated. So we just count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So number of arrangements here is factorial 6, or it can also be written as 6p6. And we can see that both have the same answer, and that is the answer for that number. Okay. Just observe what is factorial 6. It is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So what we have? 36, 120 into 6. That is 720 permutations. And if we solve 6p6, what we get? Factorial 6 over 6 minus 6 factorial. We left over with factorial 6 over 0 factorial. One thing more I want to share with you. Factorial 0 is equals to 1. So again answer is factorial 6. This is the same as 720. Now observe the second question. Now for example, we have another case. We have a letter. We have a word Allahabad. And we have to find out how many number of arrangements can be obtained using these letters. Now in this case, we have no alphabet which is repeated over here. But in this case, we have repetitions of some letters. For example, A. A is repeated 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. Okay. Now L, it is repeated 2 times. And H, B, D, they are not repeated. Okay. Now overall, how many letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So number of permutations, we have factorial 9 over the letters which are repeated. A is repeated 4 times, so we write factorial 4, and L is repeated 2 times, so we write factorial 2. So then we solve it. Factorial 9 means 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into factorial 4 we can write, and here factorial 4 and 2 into 1. Factorial 4 get cancelled, and here 2 is get cancelled 4. So we left over with what? We left over with 9 into 4 into 7 into 6 into 5. So this is the required answer. So when we multiply this, we get the number of permutations. We can get 5 6 are 30 and 9 7s are 63. 63 into 120. We 0, 12 3s are 36, 3, 12 6 are 72 and 75. So this is the overall number of permutations which we can make from this arrangement. And when we have this type, when there is no repetition, we just simply write what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is factorial 6. Now another type of pattern of questions, and that generally you are little bit confused. There are two types of questions. Firstly, listen. If these numbers, these digits are given to us and we have to find how many permutations, how many arrangements can be done, what is the number of permutation? In this case, if we have to make a digit of 3-digit number using these numbers, when digits are not repeated, and we have to frame 3-digit number using these digits. Now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, and we have to frame 3-digit number. So then what is the answer? The answer is 6p3. Or manually you can do, we have to frame 3-digit number and digits are not repeated. So first place can be filled with 6 by, second place with the 4 ways, and third place 5 ways, then third place is 4 ways. Now when you solve this, you have to multiply all of them. 5 4s are 20. 20 into 6, that is 120 ways. And when we solve this, what we get? Factorial 6 over 6 minus 3 factorial. So what we get? 6 into 5 into 4 into factorial 3 over factorial 3. It is get cancelled and we again got the same answer, that is 120 ways. So either you can do by manually or either you can use the formula. Okay. Now the next case, if we see for the same question but for this case, and here we also have the digit 0. Okay. Then how we can do that? And we have to frame 3-digit number. That means we have to fill up 3 places. From the 7 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total number of digits are here 7. But in the first place, we cannot fill up 0. Okay. So here we have the choices, 6 choices. Now at the second place, we have again 6 choices. And in the third place, we have the choice 5. So overall, what is the answer? 6 into 6 into 5 over, that is 6 into 30, that is 180 ways. Okay. So in this way, we do these types of question when 0 is included and when 0 is not included. And with the help of formula, how can you solve this? In the first place, you don't have to fill 0. So we have to write 6. And for the second place, we have 6 digits left and we have to fill 2 places. So we write over 6p2. In this way, this formula is applied in the case of when we have 0 over here. And here we have 6p3 only, but here we write, we just excluded 0 and make the positions not number 6. That is the places. There are 6 places. So 6 digits. So multiply by 6 and 6p2. And when we solve this, we get factorial 6 over factorial 4. And when you solve, you ultimately get the same answer. So if you like the video, so just please subscribe my channel. Thank you.